And then Swiss is out there crossing the runway.
Tango. Ryan, Air 1116.
Whoa, look at the A340 there. Hello everybody, welcome to Chaz Draycott Media and welcome to another episode of Tower Simulator 3. It's very much winter here in the UK now, it's just about the start of October, but I'm wearing hoodies again now because it is getting nippy. I was in Madrid for the last 8 or so days and it was 35 degrees every day, and now I've come home to a very cold house and a very cold everything. So I'm going to be in hoodies again now, and I can't wait because it's sort of my time of year where I get nice and comfortable and I don't have to worry about flying around Europe so much. Speaking of flying around Europe, today we're going to be heading back to Zurich International Airport in Switzerland. I love this airport. Really do find it entertaining. It's a bit tricky in certain places, but you will remember that in this video I made my own sort of group of aircraft and airlines and operators for a very busy schedule here. And we did a sort of early morning part to it. But what I want to do instead now is give it a go in the sort of later part of the day. I want to come back to this airport and give it a try. So we're going to be starting at 4 o'clock today using the database that I made for my own stuff, using the amazing Energist design aircraft, and radar style's just going to be on default. In terms of the runways, I can't remember for the life of me which one we were using. If we looked at it north, it was, I can't remember. I think it was runway 14 is the main runway that we're using for arrivals. That's going to be used for everything that's going to be coming in. We're going to get some departures out on, I think it's runway 34 that goes out. We'll just try it. Right then, let's fly in and let's just pause things for a second and have our usual look around, shall we? So, from where we are here, looking down at this terminal, we've got some Jet2, which is Chanex, we've got British Airways, Eurowings, Turkish, more British Airways. Hi, darling. Hello. Jet2 Holiday 757, which Energist Design added in. We've got Sun Express A320, is that a 1? It's quite long, isn't it? A320s from Level, there's one of them flashing its beacons already. We've got some Scandinavian A321s and A320s over here, a little Neo on the end. Moving over to this terminal, this is all the Ryanair and EasyJet stuff over here, so there's going to be a big bunch of all them. They're all lined up and even sort of overspilling to here. There's a nice mix of A320s and Neos from EasyJet and a nice mix of 737-800s and Maxes from Ryanair. Looking back at the main terminal on the other side, we've got an Egypt Air Airbus. I love the Egypt Air livery, it's so cool. Eurowings, Turkish 737 MAX, there's also an A321 Neo of theirs. Finnair stuff, this is more of the Scandinavian bits that sort of line up here. There's usually some Lufthansa or something there, but clearly not. And then we get our Air France Q8 A320 Neo, and then some of the big stuff. So there's an A340 there of Air France, which is an old one. I think that's a 400. There's an Aer Lingus A330. This is all the Lufthansa stuff parked up down here. There's a KLM 737-700. Look how short that is even compared to an A320. And then some of the more budget airlines up this side. So we've got Fly Pegasus, we've got the Wizz Air as well, all lining up here. I think sometimes we get a bit of Vueling down this side also. I'm not sure if they actually line up with Lufthansa. That's a Star Alliance Lufthansa livery as well there. So, nice and busy. I don't really care much for GA at this airport. I don't think I added in any to my schedule. But as you see, there's a lot of aircraft to think about here in a very small space. Let's zoom out and get this how we want it. So we'll mess about with a bit of this. We'll get the game playing so we can get some aircraft calling up and telling us that they want us to pay attention to them. We'll pop the airport lights on because why not? I had a comment this morning from somebody on an older video saying that it took 10 minutes for me to realise that I didn't have the airport lights on and it was almost completely dark. Hopefully, over the course of this video, my camera will get better. I seem to have noticed that the longer I play for, the better it actually gets, to be honest with you. So, fingers crossed that is the case, and after it's all finished buffering and preparing everything in the background, then we'll be all fine and dandy. So,
KLM 6547 with information Delta.
Okay.
Requesting push and start.
Let's turn your tag size down. Your icon size needs to be small as well, mate. So, let's get things underway, shall we? KLM 6547, pushback approved. Expect runway 34. So I've got the wrong runway selected. It's runway 34 that we want.
Pushback approved. KLM 6547.
Hopefully we don't have anybody coming in on 16 at the minute. So it's 34 that we'll have them departing on, and 28 as well for some of the stuff that's sort of sat down here.
00 heavy with information Foxtrot.
Oh!
Requesting push and start.
I didn't see this a minute ago. There's an Air Europa 737, but a Titan 757. That's so cool. Oh, Shamrock is the A330 for Aer Lingus that's ready to go, but KLM is pushing back right into where they would be, so we need to just wait for a second and give them their time. Although actually, looking at that, I don't think KLM is going to.
Sunturk 5812 with information Foxtrot. Requesting push
No, I'm
and
not going to
start.
get Aer Lingus to push back in front of them. There's no point. We've got Sunturk 5812, pushback approved. Expect runway 34.
Ground. Runway
So it's going to be runway 34. We need to check these
Sunturk
taxiways. What are they? Echo 8. And is that just Echo? That'll be Echo 9. So let's just... I'll try. I'll tell him Echo 9 and I'll see whether he actually gets onto that taxiway or not. And I'll see whether that works.
Zurich ground. Wizz Air 3974 with information Foxtrot.
Another one
Requesting
down there.
push and start.
Wonder if I've got some cameras set up actually. So if I go to F6, that's this. F7 is looking there.
Zurich
So let
ground,
me just
KLM
sort this out.
6547 ready to taxi.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move... F6 is going to be nearest to us, so we can get an eye on all this lot. We'll do F6 there. So control... sorry, F7. Control F7. And then we'll go to F8. Okay, so there isn't an F8 set. That's fine. F8 can be up here. It's not going to let us go far enough, is it, to overlook all this? No, it only lets me go to there. Okay. I'm going to go here, just so we get a better idea of the bigger picture. And we'll see maybe the end of the runway there if we do that. So control F8. And then F9, we don't have a camera for that either. F9, maybe we should do this terminal, just to be sure. And I like that. Control F9. So we've got F7, which is this one, F8, which is this one, and F9, which is that one. So I'm going to try and utilize that a bit more. Ready for the loud noise? Thank you. Okay. So, KLM 6547, runway 34 via Echo 9.
Runway 34.
That's
via
Echo 9.
9er. KLM 6547.
Yep. Okay. So they're now pushing back. Nope, wrong button. So KLM's going to taxi. Oh, they've pushed back through those, unfortunately.
2248 with information Foxtrot. Requesting push and start.
Where are you, Air France? Are you down here with us? No, you are on the end of that. So that's the Airbus that's there. So everybody wants to push out from over there, by the look of it, by F8. So Air France is just off the screen on the left here. The A340 doesn't want to go. We're going to get them pushed back next, and then we're going to also get Wizz Air pushed back as well in just a second. Oh, that's another one that's going to call up any moment now. That's the other Wizz that's in there. Shamrock 99900 heavy. Pushback approved. Expect runway 34.
Ground. Runway
Oh
34.
dear.
Pushback approved.
Okay.
Shamrock 99900.
Busy down there. Busy down that part of the airfield. So KLM's gone past. Shamrock's going to push back. Then we'll get Air France to push back. So they're going to taxi all the way around here and then round. Pegasus, Sunturk should be alright. Wizz...
Sunturk 5812 ready to taxi.
No, we'll get the two Wizz ones pushed out once Sunturk's gone. Sunturk 5812, runway 34 at Echo 9. Wizz 3974, pushback approved, expect runway 34. Wizz 3974. Wizz Air 3974, pushback approved, expect runway 34. Whoopsie daisy.
Runway
Sorry.
34 at Echo 9er. Sunturk 5812.
Air France 2248, pushback approved, expect runway 34. Get them pushing back.
Ground. Runway 34.
Who's this?
Pushback approved. Wizz
Level.
Air 3974.
Is that Ostrojet?
Ground. Runway 34. Pushback approved.
Not quite sure. Can't
Air
remember.
France 2248.
What about we're looking at arrival-wise? No one. Okay. Nice. We'll get a bit of separation on the go while we're...
Ostrojet 526 with information Foxtrot. Requesting push and start.
Runway 28. Ostrojet 526, pushback approved. Expect runway 28.
Ground.
Nice.
Runway 28. Pushback approved.
And
Ostrojet 526.
KLM's going to go all the way around there. Sunturk's going to get there first. Sunturk 5812, runway 34, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 34.
Sunturk's going to
Cleared
get
for
straight on.
immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude.
We didn't get the other Wizz
1000,
out there, did we?
departure.
Wizz Air
Sunturk
5488,
5812.
pushback approved, expect runway 34. Shamrock 99000 heavy, runway 34 via Echo 9.
Ground.
That is the
Runway
A330 that's down there,
pushback
big beastie.
Wizz
Air France is pushing back in front.
Runway
Wizz is going to
34
push back
via
there as
Echo
well.
9. Shamrock 99000
Lots of
heavy.
movement on this end of the
Zero
airfield.
ground. Shamrock 99000 heavy, ready to taxi.
So they're going to start taxiing. KLM's going to be ready to go. Sunturk is... Is that the runway? Yeah. Sunturk's going to taxi now and crack on with the takeoff. You can hear the noises starting up. Air France will tell me they're ready to taxi in a second.
Zurich ground.
There you
Wizz Air
go.
3974
Oh, no.
ready to taxi.
3974 is ready to go. That's over there. Okay, let's get KLM lined up behind them, shall we? KLM 6547, runway 34, line up and wait. Air France should be ready to taxi
Runway
any moment
34,
now.
line up and wait. KLM
That's
6547.
if Shamrock doesn't just drive into the back of them.
Air France
There we go.
2248 ready to taxi.
Air France 2248, runway 34 at Echo 8. Let's get them sort of cutting in a little bit, because they
Runway
can take off
34
from there,
at
so
Echo 8.
that'll be fine.
Air France 2248.
Okay, in terms of arrivals, nothing, so that's all good. I've moved it down here just so they come a lot further away from the edge of that sort of boundary. Pegasus, oh, it's literally just gone up. There they go.
Zurich ground.
We just missed out on
Austrajet
them.
526 ready to taxi.
Astrojet 526, runway 28 via Alpha.
Runway 28 via Alpha.
We're going to go
Austrajet
down there,
526.
and then around, and then across. So we'll wait for a little gap in something coming through onto runway 34 before they go out. KLM 6547, runway 34, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Smashing.
Runway 34, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude
Okay.
1000, contact departure.
Wizz Air
KLM
5488, runway
6547.
34 via Echo 9.
Runway 34 via Echo. Wizz Air
Wizz Air
5488.
3974, follow company. Please.
Follow company. Wizz Air 3974.
Oh, they are doing.
Zurich ground. Wizz Air 5488
I'm
ready
sure
to
they
taxi.
rotated. Yeah, they are following company. Okay, cool. I'm glad that works. There's the A320 of Air France. They're going to wait here. They're going to hold short of the runway while Aer Lingus is going to go around here. I hope. Oh, they were going to do a very tight turn, weren't they? So now, that's interesting. So Echo 8 is going to block anyone turning this way to go to Echo 9. I did not know that. Wizz Air has cracked on. They go a lot quicker down this bit than they do on this bit. Let's speak to Air France 2248, runway 34, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Astrojet 526, runway 28, line up and wait. Let's get Astrojet lined up and
Runway
sort of
34,
prioritise them.
cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact
Let's have a look at
departure.
Aer Lingus.
Air France 2248.
Yeah, there's that tight turn I mentioned.
Runway
So they
28,
go that way
line up
around,
and
which is
wait.
quite interesting.
Austrajet 526.
So anyone waiting at Echo 9, sorry, Echo 8, will block anyone turning down there. That's very intriguing to know. Maybe we don't get anybody on at Echo 8, I don't know. We'll have to see. Is there going to be a head-to-head between you guys? No. Wizz Air's got a lot quicker. Aer Lingus will tell to hold position. Shamrock 99000 heavy, hold position.
Hold position. Shamrock 99000 heavy.
Hopefully they wait for Wizz rather than Wizz getting stuck and waiting for them. There goes Air France on its way out of here. And in a minute we'll get Astrojet out of here as well. We'll get them moving, shall we? Wizz Air 5488, runway 34, line up and wait. Got Turkish with us, is that the A321?
Runway 34,
Yeah,
line up and wait.
A321,
Wizz Air
Neo.
5488.
Hopefully. Yes, that one's going, or is he
Zurich
waiting for
ground,
Shamrock?
Turkish 99005 with information Foxtrot. Requesting push and start.
Yes, they are still going, that's fine. Yeah, plenty of room. It looked a bit closer from the tower, but it's clearly not, is it? Astrojet 526, runway 28, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Turkish 99005, pushback approved, expect runway 34. And now, next to them, Eurowings
Runway
has just
28,
popped up,
clear
which
for
is
immediate
this one.
takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000,
There goes
contact
Astrojet.
departure. Astrojet 526.
There's our little waiting
Ground,
queue at runway
runway
34.
34.
Nothing from
Pushback
EasyJet or Ryanair yet. I don't see
Turkish
any beacons flashing or anything.
99005.
So, They've been quiet at the moment, so Chanak's down here actually. Oh, was that an arrival? Swiss 77907. That's an A320 Neo.
Requesting push and start.
There goes Austrajet, level, the Australian airline. I don't know what other word I was going to say other than Austrian there.
Ground, Turkish
Not Australian.
with information
Come on,
Foxtrot.
today.
Requesting push and start.
Rotate. There you go. Okay. Wizz Air 5488, runway 34, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Wizz Air 3974, runway 34, line up and wait. Okay, so we've got 3 aircraft in a row here that want to push back. So that Turkish, that Eurowings, and that Turkish. I'm not sure how to go about this. Whether I push that next Turkish out with them and then get them to follow company, I think that's probably a better idea, isn't it? Yeah, let's get the second Turkish pushing back in front of them. Turkish 2870, pushback approved, expect runway 34.
Ground, runway 34, pushback approved.
So that is
Turkish
that one there. Who's this going? Bye-bye, Wizz. Ugh, gives me motion sickness, that. Okay, so Wizz 3974 is on the runway, ready to go. Eurowings not doing anything yet. We've got Swiss coming in. That's an A320 Neo. Nice and straightforward so far. Shamrock 99000 heavy. Continue taxi. No, we're not going to tell them to taxi yet.
Continue taxi. Shamrock 99000 heavy.
And A320 Neo,
ground,
because
Turkish
that's pushing back. Sorry, A321 Neo. Yeah, I know you are. Wizz Air 3974, runway 34, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Ooh, God, I nearly knocked my drink
runway
over.
34, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Wizz Air 3974.
God.
Zero Tower, Swiss 77907 on final 34.
Of course it's you. Swiss 7797, runway 34, clear to land.
Runway 34,
We do have runway
clear
32
to
as an
land.
option.
Swiss 77907.
I think we maybe get some departures out on 32. I don't know whether we use that for arrivals or not. No, I think 34 is better, because you can sort of run them in this way. Because if you have them all the way down there, it's just a longer taxi, innit? There goes Wizz. That was a Ryanair calling up, was it not? It was. Ryanair 8273, pushback approved. Expect runway 28. Let's get them out on 28 as well, shall we?
Ground, runway 28, pushback approved. Ryanair 8273.
Zurich ground, Turkish 2870, ready to taxi.
No, it's that Max that we were looking at before. All the Ryanair and EasyJet. Okay. Turkish 2870, runway 34 via Echo. Turkish 2870, runway 34 via Echo 8.
Runway 34,
yeah, that's better.
via Echo.
Turkish 9905, follow company.
Runway 34, via Echo 8. Turkish 2870.
You going to follow him?
Follow company. Turkish 9905.
Yeah, like you. You guys are good. What are we like for arrivals? Yeah, we're fine. Shamrock 9900 heavy, runway 34, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Please go.
Runway 34, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching
Said that way, didn't he?
1000,
Runway
contact
34.
departure. Shamrock 99000 heavy.
Shamrock. A330 still not quite perfect from Eminent Energies design, but still very, very good indeed. They've got the sort of proportions and everything right, but there's just something about the nose shape in the cockpit that's not quite right. And I think the Shamrock on the tail isn't quite the right size. But that's just me. I'm very, very fussy. Eurowings 2280, pushback approved. Expect runway 34. Apologies for the delay.
Ground,
There's the
runway
Turkish
34,
mobiles.
pushback approved. Eurowings 2280.
Great, the follow company command. I'm not sure if it does work only if it's the same airline or not, or whether it's just anything that's in front of them, but we can always test that. There's a departure turning left, and then Ryanair is ready to go. We're going to get them all the way down here, and then onto runway 28. And there goes Shamrock, the heavy. The A330. Is it a 300 or a 200? A330 200.
Ready to taxi.
A330 200 on its way out of here. I like an A330. Really, really do like them. Beefy, beefy aircraft. They head out then. Ryanair 8273, runway 28 via Bravo. Oh, dearie me,
Runway
that's a bit
28
silly, isn't it?
via Bravo. Ryanair 8273.
You just spin, mate. It's a little bit of a silly taxi route. Surely you would have just gone down a bit of Charlie and then Bravo.
Easy 5007
What about hotel?
on final 34.
If we say via hotel, they'll go hit. Was that an easy on its way in? It was. Easy 5007, runway 34, cleared to land.
Runway
Nice.
34, cleared to land. Easy 5007.
Oh, we've got them out of here already. They're gone. Okay, so, not so bad so far. That's the deal down at Terminal 7. We've got, Terminal 7, F7 camera, I should say. We've got Eurowings pushed back. I don't see any other beacons at the moment. We've got another Ryanair calling up. And, yeah, it's nice and chill. We've got an arrival just come in, which is the Swiss A320 Neo.
Ready to taxi.
They touched down rather late here at Zurich. They're going to be all the way down the runway now, so we've got a bit of time. Turkish 2870, runway 34, line up and wait. Ryanair 2835, pushback approved, expect runway 28. Eurowings 2280, runway 34 via Echo 8.
Runway 34, line up and wait. Turkish 2870.
Just down here. Is that an A319 or is it a Neo? It's an A320 Neo.
Ryanair
Nice.
2835.
Swiss is hopefully going to stop
34,
there.
via Echo
Yes,
8.
they will.
Eurowings
They're going to turn off the
2280.
runway from down there. What I'm going to do actually is go and set up a camera down here. So we fly forwards using the WASD and I use E and Q to go up and down. And what I'm going to do is then set a camera here for arrivals at the airport so we can then see them from here. So I'm going to press Control F10. So then our F9 camera's there. F10. Oh, it doesn't like that, does it? It needs to render a lot there. So if I maybe do it like this, we might get slightly better frame rate from it if we do it like this. Not that it matters too much. 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, but look at that. They're already parked across the taxiway, which isn't fantastic. Swiss 7797, taxi to ramp via Echo.
Taxi to ramp
Get them
via
all the
Echo.
way in.
Swiss
Turkish
7790,
2870, runway 34, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Ryanair 8273, runway 28, line up and wait. We'll get Ryanair out next, and then Turkish 9905 can line up and wait behind next landing aircraft.
Reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Turkish
Oh,
2870.
that was a little bit late on that
Runway
from me.
28, line up and wait. Ryanair
Easy is on its
8273.
way in, and then... Oh, actually, no, they were already lined up, weren't they? So they didn't have to taxi onto the runway. I was worried it was a bit late if they had to taxi onto the runway and then depart. So, Turkish... No, that's Eurowings that's heading out. Is there a Turkish somewhere? Oh, no, it's the tag for that. Chill out, Chaz. Chill out. Ryanair 2835
Zurich ground. Ryanair 2835 ready to taxi.
is nearly pushed back, I was going to say. Ryanair 2835, runway 28 via hotel. Okay.
Runway 28 via hotel.
Ryanair 8273 will not get out of here before Easy comes in, so we'll keep our eye on Easy, and once they've cleared the runway, then we'll give Ryanair clearance to take off. We'll give Turkish... Should we give them permission to line up and wait? Yeah, I reckon so. Turkish 9905, runway 34, line up and wait behind next landing aircraft.
Runway 34, line up and wait behind next landing aircraft.
Easy will appear
Turkish
now.
9905.
There's their landing in progress. Turkish will start moving as soon as they've sort of gone over the threshold. I do say they touched down quite late, but to be fair, the runway numbers are only here. So they're touching down about where they should be, really. Is that little A319, that one? Yeah, it is. Little A319.
Zurich Tower,
Okay.
Air Portugal 4380 on final 34.
Ryanair will give clearance in just a moment's time. So then Swiss can cross the runway, actually. So now they've cleared the runway. I'm going to wait a second for them to slow down. Swiss 7797, cross runway 28.
Cross runway 28. Swiss 77907.
Yep, you get on with that, sunshine, because Ryanair's going to get going any moment now. Then we can get Turkish out of here. We've got a while before Air Portugal's on its way in. Air Portugal 4380, runway 34, clear to land.
Runway 34, cleared to land.
Oh,
Air
we need to go
Portugal
back to that screen.
4380.
Ryanair 8273, runway 28, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Why did Ryanair go
Runway
up there?
28, Cleared for
That's
immediate
hotel.
takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000. Contact
Just say
departure.
via Charlie in future.
Ryanair 8273.
There goes Ryanair. Starting their takeoff roll now. Once they've got off the end of the runway, then we will tell Turkish to get moving.
423 with
Zap.
information Foxtrot. Requesting push and start.
You know what that is. You know what that is. You know what that is. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Yes. Love me. A 757. There's a Ryanair 737 Max on its way out.
6052 heavy with information Foxtrot. Requesting push and start.
Crack him. They're on their way out. Turkish 99005, runway 34, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Nice timing. Easy 5007, taxi to ramp via Delta Fox. Thank you.
Runway 34, cleared for immediate
Air
takeoff.
Portugal's
upon
not even
reaching
on its way in
altitude
yet, that's
1000,
lovely.
contact departure.
Right then.
Turkish 99005.
Zap 423, pushback approved, expect runway 28. Ryanair 2835, runway 28, line up and wait. Oh, and look who else has called up. Air France 6052 heavy, pushback approved, expect runway 34. So that is the Air France Airbus A340, and it's a 300, not a 400, as I thought it was.
Ground. Runway 28. Pushback approved.
There's Turkish,
Zap 423.
heading out.
Runway 28. Line up and wait. Ryanair 2835.
Easy taxiing in over there. Let's have a quick canders at everything.
Pushback approved.
So there's Swiss coming in now. Zap is going to push back any second. Ryanair is lined up, ready to go. Air France will be pushing back any second. Eurowings is ready to get lined up. Easy's taxiing in there, and we've got nobody arriving off the runway. Okay, this is good. So they're landing. Once they've landed, then Ryanair's going. Eurowings 2280, runway 34. Line up and wait behind next landing aircraft.
Runway 34, line up and wait behind next landing aircraft. Eurowings 2280.
Easy won't need to cross the runway or anything. They're just going to go straight into there. Is Zap pushed back yet? Hello. Look at you. Such a cool proportion, the 757. I just love them, man. They're so well proportioned. Who's this again? This is Portugal. Air Portugal coming in. Making their way down onto the runway. We've got Swiss on arrival as well. Good. I feel good about this one. It's going well so far. Once Air Portugal has crossed the runway, we can get Ryanair out of here. To be fair, we probably could have got Ryanair going a bit sooner. Zap 423, runway 28 via Alpha. They're coming quite hot, actually.
Runway 28 via Alpha.
In their Airbus A320. Okay. Let's keep an eye on where they go.
Easy 5163 with information Foxtrot. Requesting push and start.
Ryanair 2835, runway 28, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Now they've cleared it. Easy 5163, pushback approved, expect runway 28. And Air France is good to go. Wow, A340.
1000,
4 engines.
Ryanair 2835.
Love it.
Ground.
Okay.
Runway 28. Pushback approved. Easy 5163.
Yep, thank you.
Zurich ground.
Ryanair
Air France
on their way out.
6052 heavy ready to taxi.
Keep getting emails coming at the moment. It's a weird thing, like, I don't know whether anyone else gets this, but once 11 o'clock hits, it's like my email server goes, oh yeah, you've got emails by the way, and then loads come in all at once. It's really strange.
Swiss 2247 on the final 34.
Good for you. Okay. Air France 6052 heavy, runway 34, Echo 9. Air Portugal 4380. Taxi to ramp via Echo November. Thank you.
Runway 34. Echo
Air
9.
Portugal 4380, cross runway 28. Right, remember that I've said that, to cross runway 28. We've put them on Echo instead of on Fox because Easy's going to push back there.
Air Portugal 4380.
Eurowings 2280, runway 34, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Thanking you.
Runway 34, cleared for immediate
Right there on the
takeoff upon
ground.
reaching altitude 1000.
Swiss 2247, runway 34, cleared to land.
Eurowings 2280.
Get them on there.
Runway 34. Cleared to land.
Cool. Okay,
Swiss
Zap is on its way
2247.
down there. 757. Hi. Wah. And Eurowings is on the roll now. It seems like ages ago since we got Eurowings to push back in that A320neo, but I suppose that's part and parcel of it. It does take a good sort of 5-10 minutes sometimes from pushback to take off. Who's ready to taxi? Easy. Easy 5163, runway 28 via Bravo. Nice straight line for you to taxi up.
Via Bravo. Easy 5163.
There you go, straight onto that taxiway there, and then up. Zap 423, runway 28, line up and wait. Because this is a 757, this is going to be at like 12,000 feet by the time it gets to where the tower is. We may as well tell them to get straight on with it, hadn't we? Well, how far out is Swiss? 5 miles? Yeah. Zap 423, runway 28, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 2,000, contact departure. Because at the end of the day, 757 pilots are very busy. Took F. Let's watch.
Zap 423.
Let's watch and learn. I'll tell you what, let's see if this works. Go to F10. Oh my god, the frame rate. Why does this camera not like me so much? Is it just because there's so many objects in view? I don't know. I'm going to move. I'm going to move. I'm going to go over here from on top of the EasyJet and Bryan Air terminal. It's quite a nice view, innit? Let's move the mouse off the screen. Shut up! Shut up! Something I've not noticed before. The EasyJet logo seems to be in a different place on the tail, depending on what aircraft model it is. Shut up, Chaz. There's the Zap 757 at 10 FPS. They're so cool. Oh, hopping and skipping along. Go on, love. Come on. Yes. Look at that rocket ship departure. Gear up already. Off they go. Don't have to worry about a positive rate in a 757. You'll always get one. Okay. So someone's making a little racket near our tower. Who's that? That is Air Portugal just taxiing in. We've got EasyJet making their way up there. We've got Air France waiting here in their A340-300. And in terms of arrivals, we've got Swiss on its way in right now. So Air France can line up and wait after them. Okay. So, Ryanair 1116, pushback approved. Expect runway 28. Easy 5163, runway 28, line up and wait. We'll wait, Air France. We'll wait.
Runway 28, pushback approved. Ryanair 1116.
Usually when it's a bigger flight, a sort of a heavy or a larger aircraft, you will see them sort of get longer waiting times, and other smaller flights, shorter flights with smaller aircraft will sort of butt in front of them in a queue. It's something I've noticed more and more the more plane spotting that I do. Air France 6052 heavy, runway 34, line up and wait. Easy 5163, runway 28, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Easy 5163, runway 28, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Oh, have you heard that?
Runway 34, line up and wait. Air France 6052 heavy.
Runway
Ooh.
28, cleared for immediate
That sounded really
takeoff
tasty.
upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Yeah,
Easy
I had to
5163.
delay my command there and not talk for a second because Swiss didn't go across the runway as quickly as I thought they were going to, so we ran out of time there. But there is Easy on its way out. Is that our first EasyJet departure of the day? I think it is, isn't it? I think it's our first one. In just an everyday A320. Nothing special about that one. It's not a Neo, it's not an A319, not even an A321. Swiss has landed. That's another A320 Neo over there. Swiss 2247, taxi to ramp via Echo November. Swiss 2247, cross runway 28. Air France 6052 heavy, runway 34, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Okay, big, heavy
Taxi to
Air
ramp
France.
via Echo, November. Swiss 2247.
That is a big heifer.
Swiss 2247.
I think the reason the frame rate drops when you zoom in is because there's more objects visible and they load in at a higher LOD, level of detail. So when you zoom in all the way out, it reduces them. Even though you can still see all of them, they're at a much sort of reduced level of detail. Look at that thing with its tiny engines. A340-300s never look right, man. Off they go, skipping along. I really hope that's something that can get fixed as well, as the positioning thing that sort of smoothens up more and more. I think it's just when you zoom in, because look, like that, it looks great. But then when we zoom in, you'll see it's like skipping. It's quite interesting, isn't it? I've never thought about it like that before. But that's the Air France A330-40. Ryanair 1116, runway 28 via hotel. And then Swiss is out
Runway
there
28
crossing the
via
runway.
Tango. Ryanair 1116.
Oh, look at the A340 there. Ooh. Look like they're having a bad time. Why's the frame rate gone to poo all of a sudden? Normally the frame rate's brilliant. Doesn't like me, does it, this game? Doesn't like me. I like it, but it doesn't like me. What are you doing right now? Are you going or what?
Zurich Tower, easy 35H2 and final 34.
Yes, Shadows. You do. Yes. Shadows. Shadows, stop. You going to go, Ryan? Ryanair 1116, runway 28 via hotel.
Runway 28 via hotel. Ryanair 1116.
Did I give them clearance too soon or something? I don't know. Frame rate's fine again now. Strange. Swiss on its way in. Very nice. Big fan. Maybe there was something wrong with the command. I can't remember what the problem was I've had before, though, but there was a command stuck or something, and because the game was trying to process it again and again and again and again and again, the frame rate went to pot because it was trying to overwork itself. Easy 3582, runway 34, clear to land.
Runway 34, clear to land. Easy 35H2.
So maybe with Ryanair waiting there like that, it was trying to figure something out. There goes Swiss on its way in. It's just going to turn left now into there. We've still got a very busy full terminal here. We've got all the Jet 2 flights and the British Airways and all that sort of rubbish. Level and Sun Express down here. We've got that Jet 2 Holidays 757 waiting over there. Nothing really doing that side. And in terms of that terminal as well, it's pretty chilled out. There's some Ryanair on what looks like a maintenance ramp here, but it's just sort of the overspill from this terminal. I think it's gone quite well, this one, so far. There's not much else to really look at, if I'm honest with you. It's a very quiet few minutes here. Is there anything kicking off down here? There's somebody with their nav lights on that whiz, but no flashing beacons from any of them. No flashing beacons there. Anyone at Lufthansa? No. That Q8 A320 is nice, isn't it? It's a very nice livery. Seems like everyone's chilled out. The Finnair and Embraers aren't going anywhere at this moment in time. Yeah. Seems quite quiet and calm. I don't really know what else to say. This is very, very chilled. I don't think Ryanair's going to get out in time, is it? I don't know. It's Ryanair. They're usually quite speedy. No, we'll make them wait, but we'll at least tell them line up and wait. Ryanair 1116, runway 28, line up and wait.
Runway 28.
And then once Easy comes in and Ryanair's out of it, if we've got a clean slate and a clear airfield, then that's going to be the end of it, I'm afraid. I was hoping that it'd be a bit more of a busy run. There is, I think it was about 20-something departures between 4 and 5, but then 5 o'clock's even busier hour, so maybe there's a bit of a lull here as a lot of stuff has departed. We'll see. Ryanair turns onto the runway. They will line up, and then Easy will be over the threshold in just a second's time. I wonder if I go to this F10 camera. Whoa, frame rate doesn't like me down there. Easy's going to come all the way down and then turn off here and then block the taxiway. You shut up, beeping. Ryanair's just going to be growling its head off over there, sitting on 50% throttle, holding the brakes, going "Urgh." And Easy now about to touch down. There they are. Looks like they're coming in double time, doesn't it, from that sort of angle? And in they go. Let's go to the F10 camera. Watch them roll down the runway. Actually, I should actually do some work, shouldn't I? Ryanair 1116, runway 28, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000. Contact departure. Wanted to delay that by a few seconds as EasyJet came in. Got a Lufthansa A320neo as the next arrival. Here's Easy coming in at the far end of the airfield. I'm just going to Control F10 and save that camera. Ryanair is scooting along behind there somewhere. See them any second now. There they are. Yeah, when you do zoom out, the movement's a lot smoother, isn't it? That's very strange. When you zoom in, they start skipping a little bit. It's almost like there's a calculated frame rate to how they move. Ryanair up. God, you're noisy, aren't you? Right. Easy 3582. Taxi to ramp via Delta Fox. And that is
Taxi to ramp via Delta.
us with a clean
Foxtrot.
slate, I'd say.
Easy 3582.
Sure, we've got an arrival, but we've got one aircraft on ground that is turning in towards the terminal. So I'm going to leave this episode here. Thank you once again for watching. I love this airport. I really do like Zurich. It's great, great fun. I might even go to the extent of adding even more flights in here, but I think there would be a bit of overspill from the terminals because of what there is. I think you can sort of oversubscribe it when you mess with the schedule that Jarrett P made. It just sort of, it only says, right, look, we can only fit this many flights in, so that's what we're going to do. But yeah, this is a great base for an airport like this. I'd like to take this sort of list of European airlines again over to United States airports and do other bits with those, but I'm not sure at this moment in time what that will entail or whether I'll do it yet, because it takes a lot of time to set up, and unfortunately, even at this time of year when my motorsport season is coming to a close, I'm still very strapped for time.
Zurich Tower,
Shut up.
Lufthansa 7210 on final
Please.
34.
Thank you. Thank you as well very much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed this episode. This airport is fantastic. If you haven't given it a go before and you've never really thought to give it a go, I definitely recommend it, even with the standard schedules as well. It's fantastic. So, thanks again for watching, everybody,
Zurich
and I'll
ground.
see...
Your Owings 90890 with information Foxtrot. Requesting push and start.
I'll see you in the next episode.